Yo guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about just overall my hype for Cyberpunk Edgerunners, the collaboration with Wuthering Waves. I genuinely think this might be the greatest collaboration of all time. Edgerunners was always something that, everyone had always told me it's so good, you need to watch it. But I knew for a fact it was gonna be sad, and so I was always kind of like hesitant to watch it, kind of put it on the back burner. But I've started watching it, and I just want to say how much it's actually added to my enjoyment and my excitement and hype for this collaboration. I already knew it was going to be good. I've seen clips. We've all seen clips, right? The infamous song at the end of the special broadcast, and how literally the whole chat is just crying, right? Like, even if you haven't watched the collaboration, you've probably seen this stuff and you have some context. But honestly, watching through it just adds a whole nother level of appreciation for everything, top to bottom. I've now seen more of Night City, and don't get me wrong, I didn't play Cyberpunk originally, but I have watched a lot of it. I've watched hundreds of hours of people playing Cyberpunk, and I know a lot about the story and the world building, but seeing it in the anime and then now seeing the new Somme Noir area that they just recently showed us, it's so cool to think that like we're going to be able to go there with our Wuthering Waves characters and kind of walk through the streets that David walked through, and be a part of their world to some degree, right? We know that it's actually getting kind of integrated. All that being said, I'm just genuinely so excited to get to explore it and be a part of Night City with Rover. It's a whole different story than just being in Night City. If you were to play Cyberpunk, the context just isn't quite the same. There's something magical about it being both at the same time. And yeah, as I said, the more I've been watching, so I think I'm on episode 5 or 6 now, but the more that I'm watching, the more that I'm getting even more appreciation for things like the detail for Lucy, right? How accurate her even kit looks. Even Lucy's new Echo ability that she's gonna get when she's equipped to the new Echo is gonna give her essentially David's like speed boost that he has when he's using his special synthetic implant. Even the animation for that looks so similar to what they did in Edgerunners, and honestly, I already knew that Kuro was gonna hit it out of the park and just absolutely blow everybody away with bringing these characters into the Wuthering Waves universe, making them 3D and somehow keeping that animation style. They've just done an absolute phenomenal job with that. And honestly, even just the fact that they're bringing them from the 2D, very stylized animation into the Wuthering Waves world, it just really is something that we should really be thankful for and appreciative of. Because if I'm being honest, like, another game that I cover a lot is Blue Protocol, and they're doing a Fairy Tail collab. And if I'm being honest right now, Lucy's face just rubs me the wrong way. And you know what I mean? Like, it's just rough. So to see a collaboration that they just make it work, it just fits, it feels good, it looks good, I'm just so incredibly excited. I genuinely think this might be the greatest collaboration of all time. Obviously it's too early to say that just yet, but I do think it's at least a candidate for it, and the fact that that's even possible, I feel like is pretty amazing. I know in the past Kuro has also done really well with their other collaborations. Like, I think they did a Devil May Cry collaboration which went really well over there as well. This is just kind of like the Kuro standard, I guess you could say. But I do genuinely think that this is something to be really excited about, to be really hyped for, and also just to kind of sit back and relax and enjoy. We get to play a game that's as phenomenal as Wuthering Waves and enjoy such an absolutely classy, well done collaboration, and truly celebrate both the Wuthering Waves franchise and the Cyberpunk Edgerunners franchise in a way that I think is so cool and unique. We just don't get to a lot with any collaborations in these day and age. So many collaborations are just like meaningless cash grabs. And are there things about this collaboration that's going to be somewhat of cash grab? Obviously, right? Like the limited time currency that's not going to exist before or after the event ends. But to be honest, this had to have been somewhat expected for most people, I think. Like a collaboration of this quality with this big of an IP, it was just always bound to be something like this. It would have been great if we could use like just regular, you know, yellow limited banner pulls. I genuinely think this really isn't a terrible way to do it. I do think the pity was a little rough, but it's such a high quality collaboration, and in this day and age, we just don't get enough of those. So if they are gonna try and make money off of it, I really feel like I can't really fault them too much for that, you know, especially when they give one of the characters for free. I think at the end of the day, the positives here way outweigh the negatives. And so like I said, I'm just incredibly excited and happy that I get to be a part of the event. Really, like if you get to think about it, like it's a limited time thing. Not everyone's going to be able to experience this in its entirety the way that you're going to be able to if you're watching this video or you're being around in the next like month, right? So I really hope that you guys get a chance to, you know, really enjoy the collaboration for what it is, because like I said, we just don't get collaborations of this quality like ever in any game, and it makes me really hopeful for everything to come in the future for Wuthering Waves, and just excited about, you know, honestly, it gets me excited about watching more Edgerunners. I've been, like I said, just started recently watching through it. It's kind of always been on my list, and I knew it was going to be a great one. I'm really glad that this has kind of pushed me to actually going through and watching it, and I can't wait to actually finish it and be there crying with you guys during, you know, the special program song moments, right? So I hope you get to pull as many Lucy's as you want, and hopefully in the first few pulls that you do. I'm gonna be working on going through, man, all the exploration, a lot of the stuff I didn't really have the time to do before, and collecting as much currency as possible for the collaboration. So hopefully I can get Lucy. I'm going to be streaming a lot of that over the next week. So if you guys want to come and hang out, feel free to come hang out and talk to me about your favorite Wuthering Waves or Cyberpunk moments. All that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys are excited about the collab, who are you pulling? How many are you pulling? And are you as excited as I am, or maybe even more so? I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more stuff like this, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a good one, guys. Peace.